Out today's Sonic Frontiers combat gameplay. But before we do, it is time for, well, first I'm gonna move over to, let's go over to Sonic Hurdles first. I'm sorry. Let's go over to, let me first change directories. Hey, what's up? What's up? All you need is die. Welcome back with the Prime sub, baby. Love you. All right. All right, so I'm gonna show you what's good here, okay? All right. I'm gonna get the. I want to show y'all. Look, this is like the funnest shit ever. Wordle is that lame shit. This right here, this is that godlike shit. All right, so let's do it. So today's Sonic Hurdle. Okay, I get 2 seconds. Damn, that's all I get, dude. It sounds like a boss battle, but I not gonna lie, I don't recognize it. Okay, I'm gonna have to call in here. Skip 1 second. All right. Fuck, dude. All right, I'm in a bad spot. So I still have no clue where this is. I'm not looking at chat right now. Yeah, I don't recognize it at all. It sounds awesome though, but I don't know what the fuck it is. So I'm already in a bad spot. All right, tap me again. Let's go. Fuck. I mean, it could be Forces. It could be Shadow the Hedgehog. You know, I have no clue what it is, unfortunately, which really sucks. So I'm about to I'm gonna lose this one pretty hard here. Yeah, see, by now I should know, and I don't know. I'm. It's a boss battle, but I don't know what it is, and that sucks. So, all right, I'm gonna have to just like tap out further. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and guess. I mean, I can guess something, right? I mean, I don't know, like Shadow the Hedgehog. Super guessing. It's fucking mega wrong. Oh, you can still guess again. Okay, holy shit. All right. It's a banger. But I don't know. I mean, maybe like Sonic 06 for some reasons come to mind here now. Is there like a something with Shadow in it or some shit? I don't fucking know. Dude, it's gonna bug me too. I bet I actually do know this song. I'm just not recognizing it at all. Fuck, I am cringe, dude. All right, whatever. Sonic Forces. Okay, I'm gonna throw this in here. YOLO. I'm so cringe, dude. Crisis City Act 2. Bro. GG's, man. GG's. Aye, dude. All right, well, not the best impression on me, but like, you know, now you see it though, yeah. Sonic Heardle, y'all. We play every day. I love it. I love it because you know, when I win, I feel like a god, dude. banger, dude. Yeah, but again, so if you got the game wrong, but you got the song right or whatever, you can just type in like, had I knew where to go, you type in like Sonic Generations and all the shit would pop up. The autofill is actually really lenient on giving you like a direction of where to go. So GG's. I am currently 1 for 3. Again, I was proud. The one I did get was the one on, it was like the nighttime sand level for Eggman and Adventure 2, and I was like, yeah. And I had no clue what it was called. I just typed in like, I just typed in like Sonic Adventure 2 sand, and then it popped up with Eggman. I'm like, all right, cool. So GG's there. All right, now we move on to today's fuel here. Sonic Frontiers. This time with combat. Keep in mind what I said before. I said yesterday here that yes, our gameplay reveal yesterday was it doesn't give a great impression, but I think that's because the trailer was horribly cut and gives like way too little for it being 7 minutes of like nothing to contextualize. So I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully this will be a better one here. But I don't think that means the game is bad. It just means that that trailer was really, really bad. Again, I go back here and compare the Street Fighter 6 gameplay reveal trailer to the Sonic Frontiers gameplay reveal trailer, and you can see how the cut of the trailer can leave you with a worrisome impression very easily. All right, so here's my raw react to the gameplay here. Let's see what we got.
IGN First continues on with yet another look at Sonic Frontiers gameplay, this time focusing on combat. Sonic is up against an all-new set of baddies, some of which are among the most massive bosses we've ever seen in a Sonic game. Fortunately, Sonic's got some new tricks up his sleeve. Make sure to stick with IGN all throughout June because we've got a full hands-on preview and interviews from the developers in store. For now though, enjoy the combat of Sonic Frontiers.
Alright, let's do it. Keeping a very open mind here. Back. Kicks. Okay. Alright, was that combo? You know my problem here? Here's like the real issue, right? Like, so I don't have a HUD, and I have no implication of what resource I'm managing when I'm attacking. Like, these things kind of matter because I don't know how to contextualize stakes, I would say. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know how many jumps I have. I don't know what my health is. I don't know how much damage this boss does. I don't know, like, did I do a combo of normals? Did I use an ultimate or a super to do the super kick attack? I'm left with so many questions, other than I know that there are attacks that exist, but I have no context of how they're used as a managed resource. That I'm kind of left like with, my hand completely out in the cold on a lot of these things here. So I'm seeing more of this frustrating issue where I wish like the HUD was being shown, or like just something to help me understand what to make of what I'm being shown. Okay, well, you did attacks, okay. 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 I like that it actually showed that, you know, you can't be greedy there. You know, he's doing his, like, boomerang, whatever the fuck, and you have to, like, attack it in time. Yeah, impenetrable when it's idle. Okay. Use your scribble notch attack to expose it. Okay, so here's my thing, right? Okay, so when it's vulnerable, here's like my next like feedback here. It's like, okay, so you can do some kind of like whatever, like Chun-Li kick, or you can do the dive kick, I guess, whatever. I don't know. There's like two different kicks here, and I don't know. Like, okay, so let's just call them like cutscene attacks. I don't know. Are they all doing the same damage? Do they have a different property? Is like because they look like cutscene attacks, so I don't know what to make of it. And I'm thinking of like comparatively. I hate to use Breath of the Wild as an example, but I can't think of anything like more like a better thing I can think of right now. Where it's like, okay, when I'm Link, and this is not about Breath of the Wild. It's more about just in general with gameplay. Like I can approach with different tools for different purposes, right? Like, and I feel like drop kick versus Chun-Li kick, they're the same thing. Like, what's the difference? Like, what's the incentive to use my entire my diverse tools of my arsenal is what I would wonder. I don't know what to make of these two cutscene kick attacks right now. Now, it's not saying that I, you know, maybe that gets spelled out here later in this gameplay trailer. I don't know, or this combat trailer. I don't know. I'm just bringing up my thoughts so far. Okay. I like that one's. Okay, so that one I can tell you have range. I'm not in the burst zone of the enemy, so I can see where that one would be different than the other two kicks, which is like addressing my concern I had just now.
Return of the Mac.
Reno Sierra, what's up? What's up? All right, let's go back a little bit here. So something wants to go off here. So the fact that like they appear when you walk up, it's like a small thing, but I feel like in 2022 this is kind of a concern. Whenever you just walk up and like enemies load in or pop in or whatever, and it just feels like, okay, like they're not organically part of the world you encounter, and you just, you know, enemies just like teleport in as needed to make the world feel less vacant, I guess. And it could be, again, could be early build, I don't know, whatever here, but like, you know, rather, I don't know, I feel like now we have standards where like, you know, there's a pretty big perk to the cohesiveness and the immersion that, you know, when you're in an environment, whether you're playing Elden Ring or even Dark Souls 1 did this shit 10 years ago, where like you walk around and enemies, bokoblins, whatever, they're already in the environment and it makes it feel way more tangible. Whereas here I run up to shit and then shit appears. Now that could have like a different reason for it happening. I don't fucking know. But whenever that happens, I'm just like, I don't know. It's like the little things for me here, I would say. Okay. Scribble knots it. Attack it. Okay. Okay. Oh, we have a dodge roll. Okay. Okay. Oh, and when you do it in time, you get the little cutscene. Okay. We'll just call that a dodge command. Okay, so we have a dodge command. That's pretty cool. Circle all of them. All right. Okay, so we have a Colossus. Okay, and it creates like little dash portals, I guess. Okay, so you can just homing attack one of the towers, I guess. The peak of the arm. I'm trying to over critique it here, but I feel like once you're on the top of like the Colossus, like it's just kind of like, I don't know. Whenever I turn my brain off and I'm just homing attacking a target, like it's very, like, what's the word here? Very disengaging, I guess, because I already know, like, once I've immediately put a visual confirmation on like the target and I'm just like spamming homing attack, it's kind of like, all right, whatever. Like, there's nothing up there causing threat and peril. I mean, I guess there's like the little boundaries, but if you have the height already, which you did, I don't think you even touched the ground at that point. You can just like homing attack over and over and over again. I'm just thinking out loud about it, and feel free to like, I'm gonna read chat in a second here. I'm trying to like keep this like, as a pure in my own head before I get to the hive mind of what chat's reacting to what I'm saying. I would like it more. I'm thinking here as like a backseat game dev. I would like it more if like when you were on top of the Colossus that like you attack the beacon, the top of its arm, and then now you're on the roof, so to speak here, and you have to now make the rotating boundary thing like more relevant as an obstacle. It feels like it's like negated because you have the height continuously from your homing attack, which undermines the whole thing. And now I'm in autopilot, spam A to kill whatever mode. And in a bigger sense here, another thing I worry about. Keyword worry. Not saying it's automatically bad, but the fact that like Sonic can reach top speed by just running forward. I wish that was like, I don't know, something that had to be like harder to obtain. I feel like the fact that you can just run really, really fast and things enable him to go fast, like these little dash portals here. I wish there was like a resource to manage or some kind of like, I'm trying to think here. I don't know. Like you got to do like a front flip into a whatever, and that requires you to be vulnerable the whole time, and then that's how you go fast or whatever. But like you just run forward, and then it's very uninvolving. That's kind of what it looks like, and what worries me here, I would say. Like I wish all the actions had more involvement, I guess. Yeah, see, it never even touches the ground. Never touches the roof at all. It's like the bears are not even relevant. Yeah, and again, I'm just man, I'm not a fan of the spoon feed spoon-fed drips because like there's no narration or there's no like narrative. Like does that make sense? Like think about how concise the trailer is for Street Fighter 6's gameplay. Like it's all meant to like, lead you from one thing to another and I don't know, make you feel a way through a controlled narrative through the order of footage shown and what is shown. Whereas here I feel like it's just some rando dude has a playable build of the game and it's just like, yeah, look at this cool stuff. Period. I guess with deliberately with a HUD missing for some reason, and I'm just like, I'm just left with like these questions that I wish there was like or like I have lingering questions. I have like I have concerns that are not being alleviated. Which it'd be one thing if these like concerns I had were like what's the word here? Like this was being deliberately done so that they can be built up to a reveal all thing later on, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to think how to word it here. But I feel like I'm bringing up genuine like conceptual gameplay concerns and I have nothing to really deter those concerns at this time. So okay, before I look at chat, I'll conclude here from what I saw here that I do feel like I wish, again, we had context on managing resources. I wish I understood better, like, these, like, cutscene attacks and the properties they all have. Two of the kicks look the same to me. One of them is a range thing. Okay, cool. But the other two, I couldn't really tell the difference, if they do anything different or not. The enemy pop-in feels like it's like an off-putting thing to me, I guess is what I'm trying to say about that. And yeah, I feel like kind of like Sonic's already God mode here, and I wish there was more stuff to like leverage the capability to go fast, I guess, or something. I don't know. Maybe my issue is homing attack.
Well, hello there, it's almost been 5 years.
Hey, thank you so much, Dre. Maybe my issue is homing attack because, like, okay, think of it this way, right? If you're playing Adventure 1 or Adventure 2, generally there's, like, death planes and, like, falling off of shit. And in here, it's all open world. There's no death plane. There's just, like, there's not really anything, like, because there's, like, even if there was no homing attack, if you like failed the attack, there's no like immediate peril other than just like, you missed your attempt to attack the enemy. It's not like when you do an attack, whether it be homing or not, that you have so much in lag that it's a consequential commitment to an inaccurate aim of the execution of the attack. Does that make sense? So due to that, when there's no in lag and no environmental peril presented, and you have like the super handholdy rails of a homing attack at your arsenal that is always on apparently. Yeah, I feel like it makes the combat kind of a Snoresville, if it were presented that way. And I'm saying that because comparatively, Adventure 1 and 2, you're homing attacking an enemy, whether it be on, I don't know, Rail Canyon in Adventure 2 or like, I don't know, insert literally anywhere in Sonic Heroes. There's the environment does the heavy lifting for the most part to make homing attack not like a boring attack or a boring like thing to use in your player options, I guess. Whereas here, because it's all like flat terrain in every direction, I'm not really seeing a death plane anywhere. I don't think you take fall damage, and I don't think you're like gonna have a lot of in lag on your attack. So therefore, I don't know. I just feel like, does that make sense? Because now I'm like, yeah, it makes the enemies feel like an errand you have to like get through because it's not very interesting to fight because of the reasons I've laid out of concerns so far. So yeah, this hasn't really done a lot of great for me on this, but this is also, keep in mind, this is me being a very over opinionated Sonic fan, hoping for the best, and it's also
I love you, Dad, in chat less than 3.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just want to make sure I get this before I forget it. Nikom, thank you for the 16 months. Welcome back. Um, the fuck, where was I before? I forgot my train of thought here. This is coming from a Sonic fan, Sonic game fan of the gameplay, and I'm actually like, I promise you that I'm not trying to be nitpicky. I can be nitpicky. I'm keeping things on like a conceptual execution level with the gameplay. I haven't brought up like dumb nitpicky shit at all here. Hopefully it doesn't come off that way. You know, I'm not bringing up frame rate or art direction or music or enemy design or any of that shit, because all that's like whatever to me at this point. Like it can get better. This can be an early build. Who fucking cares about that? Regardless, right now, on a conceptual level, I think 3D Sonic can be good. I don't think it's a lost concept. But we gotta have 2022 standards. Like we can't sit here and pretend it's 2003 and that, like, you know, Sonic Heroes just happened and, you know, we're moving on to the next thing for 3D Sonic since then. I think I want Sonic to have its Mario Odyssey tier, you know, super modernization of the game and the franchise. That's why I'm keeping it 100. I'm giving you, like, you know, I'm giving you the full Trihex BBC opinion, you know, bulldozing through the wall like Kool-Aid Man or whatever. So, yeah, that's where I'm like, okay, it still can be a good game. I'm not down yet here. Again, these spoon-fed trailers. I really have to say here now that I think we have just a random intern at IGN just like playing the game and being like, oh, this is cool, and then just, here you go. Here's a 7 minutes of no context. Have at it here. Okay, so that concludes my reaction. Okay, now I am looking at chat. All right, so all right, chat, come at me here. What did I miss? Let me see what we got here. Scrolling up real quick here. All right. The gameplay reveal makes me feel like the game needs another year in the oven. Yeah, well, here's the problem. The frustrating here is I could say the same thing from what we're seeing right now, but the problem is, like, these trailers are so fucking stupidly cut that I can't. They could be way further along here, and I mean, this could be as silly as, like, you know, we want to dedicate a video to explaining the HUD. So we're gonna do, like, video 14 will finally show the HUD, and then we'll finally have context over, like, what resources are being managed when you're doing combat, or just, you know, dashing while running around the open world and shit. You know, I don't, you know, or what the coins buy, or what the purple coins buy. You know, we don't fucking know. So yeah, it's really frustrating because we're kind of just stuck here with our thumbs in our asses at this current time. Scrolling further down here. All right. Thank you again, Nikom. There better not be fall damage. Well, think of it this way, right? So, okay, this is where I'm kind of keeping it more like abstract here. So if Sonic has no fall damage, for the sake of the previous games also not having fall damage, then what's the threat of height? What's the point of, like, height if there's no, like, stakes involved, to, I don't know, make it, like, relatable or human? Again, it's more like a god mode thing. So I look at it like I'm not opposed to there being fall damage, because then it gives me the incentive to actually give a shit about, you know, how I climb down. I just jump down and call it a day. I'm even okay with the idea of there being, like, you know, cool exploits or, like, you know, techniques to negate fall damage, but not having any fall damage at all just eliminates a cool, like, stake, I would think, to make height, like, a relevant factor. Or else what's the point of height, I would think, there, you know? All right, scrolling further down here now. Frame rate isn't picky, to be honest. Well, it's because I suspect this might be an early build. That's why I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, the game's 6 months out, was delayed, might have a trouble development here. So frame rate might not be there. Optimization might not be their priority right now. Maybe. All right, scrolling further down here now. Still reading chat here. Hang on 1 second. Someone said the game world was cribbed from a PSO2 team. I'm in full agreement. All right, since you're scrolling further down here. Um, Animation's too fast. Song doesn't have any weight, maybe stamina or a speed, slow down to stamina, spin attacks, dashes. So okay, this is something I was going to like talk about more, but I feel like I'm kind of like just like going on a tangent now rather than keeping it grounded to like what I'm being presented with here in this Frontiers stuff. But I look at it like, okay, think about, man. See, I wish y'all had played like Sonic Advance. If y'all have played Sonic Advance like 1, 2, and 3, like I feel like the movement, your combat options, and just your arsenal of stuff is really cool there. And I think we can build more looking at the template of what that presented comparatively. There's like you're like, for example, okay, when you're in the air, so you're in the ground or you're in the air, right? But when you're in the air here, like what are your air options? What's your mobility options? Like just think about how like in Mario Odyssey, you can jump, you can backflip, you can throw Cappy, bounce off of Cappy, walk off, bounce off of Cappy, roll into an idle Cappy. I don't know. You just have like think about the Odyssey move menu and how many options you have to express yourself with tackling platforming objectives as Mario and Mario Odyssey. Not saying it needs to be like that, but I'm just giving you like a good faith example of what I'm trying to get to. And comparatively here in Sonic, it's like, okay, like what are the air options I've seen so far? It's like nothing, I feel. It's homing attack whether you want to or not, and which is a very linear on rails thing. So I feel like you need the environment to like really carry on like giving that like depth, I would say. And yeah, I just feel like you're God mode here. You need to like have Sonic be, I don't know, like more interesting to actually pilot. And that sounds like a really harsh, but I'm just being honest here. Either he needs to be, if he's gonna be like a fucking linear god mode thing to control, then the environment needs to dictate what I can and can't do all the time. And I'm not really seeing a good job of that being illustrated here so far. Let's see here. So scrolling further down here. All right. The architecture, floating rails, and all this kind of stuff in a picturesque landscape. It feels so contextless and surreal, like it exists only to show off Sonic's movement rather than be a place. Yeah, that's actually, see, that would be me getting into the nitpicky stuff, which I can completely agree with here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just like, well, I'll save all of that stuff for later. Because we have bigger problems right now. To me, just on gameplay choices so far have me perplexed. That's the best word I can think of here. Perplexed right now. Perplexed and concerned. It's not bad yet because it could still. I mean, I'm thinking here, y'all. You gotta understand here. There's probably gonna be like another like 10 to maybe even like 15 videos that are gonna be like this, based off of the Steam Deck's pacing with the IGN First Look series. So we have a long time until we get to, I don't know, whatever, HUD reveal, boss fight reveal, other characters reveal, lore reveal, and there's gonna be like so many fucking things here until we finally get a decent idea of what the fuck this game actually is. So, to me, the excitement of Sonic is lost when you don't have cinematic style gameplay. To me, a big part of Sonic is feeling like a badass, and this kind of environment is at odds with that. Okay, interesting. Yeah. All right, scrolling further down here. Sonic can dash down while in the air, so no fall damage if you use it, I guess. Noggin, thank you for the Prime sub. So, hang on, going from that. It's an early build copium. It's technically alpha copium. So also, a good point here, by the way. Yeah, this is coming to Switch 2, which means that, like, we're definitely looking at, whew, man. I didn't even think about that, actually. It's coming to Switch, which means 30 FPS at best, targeting 30 at worst, and targeting 30 with pop-in, and who knows what else here. Yeah, I don't know. That's a sussy one. That's definitely a very sussy one. So let's see here. I'm going further down right now. All right. bro, you'll never be satisfied. That's not true. I feel like what I'm saying is not even like that demanding of a thing. I would say like I'm how do I put this here? Like Sonic fans, well, they don't know what the fuck they want in the first place here. Let's just be real about that. Because half of these fucks are just already like stuck on like shoe buckles and eye color and glove size and every fucking thing else here. That doesn't even fucking matter really. Um, like there's, I can tell that we're in a bad spot. And I'm sorry for Sonic game fans, we're in a bad spot when I see people getting very excited for 2 years ago rumors of Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 remakes. It was particularly Adventure 1 remakes. And they were like, yeah, fuck yeah. And I'm like, bro, you haven't. Whenever we're circle jerking Legacy, then that tells me that we've already like conceptually peaked on Sonic at this point, and we're just kind of like we're just done moving forward and innovating and being a relevant factor in the frontier of iconic platforming gaming that Sonic's roots are in, I would say. And so what I'm giving y'all right now, I'm really not a negative Nancy who's like, oh well, you'll never satisfy me. That's really not true. I'm actually an easy whore. I can lowball really hard here, but right now I am aspiring because I have standards. I'm not a cheap hoe. I would like Sonic to have a Mario Odyssey tier banger because I know there's potential and it's possible. It's feasible. I'm not already jaded on. I'm not pre-jaded like all the Sonic nerds who just want their 1999 and 2023 and they're done. They want Adventure 1 but prettier and less shit, and that's it. And it's like to me that's whack. The gameplay hasn't advanced forward. The concepts have not been challenged. It's the same homing attack and probably shitty camera angles from 20 fucking years ago. I think we can do better. And when I look at Odyssey, I'm like, that's an unapologetically phenomenal game. And concept, direction, level design. I actually can probably go on further. I actually really wanted to do a extended rant on level design of Mario Odyssey. I think you can do a whole fucking 3-hour PowerPoint on that shit actually. But we'll come back to that a little bit later here. I think Sonic is capable of getting to the same peaks if challenged from the fans and from their own development staff. So I can be satisfied, base Chocobo. Believe you me. I only am I'm stern and I'm a sassy bitch because I care. Okay. So all right, sorry, I'm still reading chat. I'm catching up right now. All right, let me go further down here. If releases in 6 months, then the game has to be finished in 3 months. Yeah, there definitely needs to be like a feedback polish going on here, and yeah, I'm really hoping this is like early build stuff here. Yeah, constructive criticism. I'm asking for the game to be fun. So let me see. Go further down here now. I can't lie. The best Sonic thing I've ever played is Sonic Mania. Mania's a good start. Mania is actually really good. Mania is really good. And here's the thing about it too, right? What could separate Mania from being like a pleasant playthrough to a really shitty one is as simple as the game had widescreen support and had drop dash added. Like those two things alone just like really buff the QOL on playing a 2D Sonic game. Which is, I wish you actually got to play Advance because like Advance does such a good job on so many things. I don't know why they don't never fucking port the shit. Because I would bring up what Sonic Advance does so well, but so few people have played it, and Sega has not made Advance series accessible worth the fuck at all right now, which is also like just, again, they just hate money. I don't fucking get it here. The fact that I'm getting Origins before I'm getting an Advanced collection is actually like a crime. Okay. Anyways, though, nothing new there. Scrolling further down. I'm still catching up here real quick. Almost caught up now. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remake wouldn't be bad. but an Odyssey tier game would be nice. No, yeah. So it's not that okay. Yeah, Adventure 1 and 2 remakes wouldn't be objectively bad, but it would really worry me that like I think part of the reason we've seen a decade of misstepping is because like quite frankly Sonic Team just kind of gave up on like leading the direction with Sonic. Whenever I saw just like whenever I saw Sonic Generations do the thing it did where it's like
Soldier, you started something new. Then I'll call me Gohan, Super Saiyan level 2. Who the fuck is you? Look like Gohan, and I'm the shit.
Thank you. Thank you, Nikram, for the gift sub. Whenever I saw Sonic Generations do the thing where just like fuck it, here's two Sonics, here's classic Sonic and modern Sonic, like they're just there to like again be corporate whores and just like do whatever makes it the most appealing property possible and not piss off anyone in the fan base. Then we're just we're a victim to like whatever like the indecisive fractured fan base wants, as opposed to like I don't know, having some balls and like leading with a unified direction going forward. And I feel like at that point it's just like you're a slave to what the consumers are demanding, which means you're always going to be a victim to what's I guess like popular, which is going to be the perception of familiarity, which is always going to be like doing what was known for rather than innovating going forward. I don't know. I don't know. It's just really weird. I feel like imagine that dark period when like 2D Mario was being saturated so hard, and you had like I don't know, new Mario Brothers Wii and new Super Mario Brothers 2 on 3DS, and just like it was so many 2D Marios coming out that it was very saturated in my opinion and kind of like uninspired. Imagine just like that period, but like for in perpetuity going forward. And that's kind of what I worry about for like a same effect but different reason going forward. So that's kind of what I worry about is the substance of like what greenlighting in a Adventure 1 and 2 remake would be at this point when we haven't had like a banger Sonic game of its own originality like from the ground up since like I don't even know what like because like like a good original game I guess to say here, right? Because like we can say Mania, but Mania is like definitely a compilation, revisit, whatever here. Like you could say Forces, but Forces was shit. You can say Generations, but Generations also is like a revisit, compilation, whatever, remake shit. I mean, I think you gotta go as far back as like fucking Sonic Colors really to get like a some kind of like general acclaimed original Sonic entry, and that was fucking like what 2009, 2010, what 13 to 12 years ago. Yikes. Yeah, it has me a little bit worried here, actually. All right, so it's going further down here. Jado, thank you for the 5 months. And then, all right, going further down here. All right. Ooh, call out here. Platforms and grinding rails in a big empty field doesn't jive with me. Seems too much like a user-made map. Ooh, good call out there. Good call. Again, that's also me nitpicking though. I keep going back here. It'll be fun to like nitpick whenever I give up. Whenever I'm like, okay, this game is officially like I'm no longer excited, nor do I have the hope that it can be a satisfactory gameplay experience. Like right now, I want it to be Odyssey tier, right? Which is copium. I admit at this point now. But then, okay, when I give up on Odyssey, now I'm okay. It doesn't have to be a phenomenal game. It has to be like a game that I'll pay $60 for and not regret, right? And if we go past that, and I no longer have hope that's going to be a good game, meaning I'm just buying the game because of the bias of me being a streamer, because it's going to be good content, right? If it's a good or bad game, it doesn't matter, because I'm just going to be able to make content out of playing it regardless. If I downgrade to that tier 3 of like, whatever, dude, like, is this even going to be worth 60? Is it going to be good? When we're at that point, that's when I'm going to unload the fucking like the nitpicks and be like, all right, whatever, this game's going to suck ass anyway, so fuck it. I'm going to start nitpicking everything here. But until then, I'm going to keep it as objective as I can on game design decisions until we get there. Thank you, Linksabear, Advanced series was fire. I agree. I agree. Um, Another reason they wanted that Forces failed is because they wanted to please the entire fandom, and that's a really bad mindset, especially with a fan base so mixed up. Facts, facts. Um, what makes 3D Sonic better? Honestly, I don't think anyone's saying that though. I don't. No one's. Well, at least that's not an argument I'm presenting here. I'm not saying that 3D Sonic is better. It's just more that like 3D Sonic. More relevant here is that 3D Sonic has potential that has never been met. There's like a very legible gap between execution of 3D Sonic games and the potential of 3D Sonic games. Whereas for the 2D Sonic games are much closer. Like generally they're, you know, you can see the execution be like way closer to like a universal acclaimed level of refinement. But 3D is like, you know, really wonky for a lot of reasons. I think it doesn't have to be. It can be better. All right, so scrolling further down here. I'm sorry, I'm almost caught up here. Almost there. All right. Sonic Game Boy Advance DS collection is like a no-brainer, just like Mega Man Zero ZX collection. It's a thing and it's great. Yeah, DS is a little bit harder though. I will admit that. You kind of have to like really overhaul the Sonic Rush series from the DS template to you know a thing. But even then, I'd still want to see it. Yeah, those games are also great too. Um, what do you think of this as a game rather than a Sonic game? If this had some new IP instead of Sonic, would this kind of gameplay hold your interest? Well, I'd say so far all my critiques still would apply. My critiques and concerns would still apply if it wasn't Sonic. Like, you know, just because I'm shitting on the homing missile attack or the homing attack, like doesn't that's not exclusive to Sonic. You know, the homing missile making the obstacle irrelevant, the speed capability, the lack of fall damage. I'm assuming here so far, the two cutscene kicks. Not really sure what they do here. Nothing I brought up so far here is exclusive to it being Sonic, other than my expectations for it to be again Odyssey tier. But if this was some kind of new game, it's hard to answer that question because again, we know so little. Like it's hard for me to. It's like asking me like, hey, what do you think of the Starfield trailer? And would you be less skeptical if it wasn't Starfield and, you know, the hype of it being the next big thing from Bethesda? And I'd say like, well, I mean, shit, the Starfield trailer was cinematic AF and it had like no gameplay. So I have nothing to like, I have no tangible gameplay to make an assertion of, right? Which I know here there's gameplay here, but the gameplay here is so like frustratingly Vegas. It's kind of the same problem, even though there actually was gameplay here. So it's kind of it's a good question, Dan, but I don't know if I can really I can't really answer it. I don't think I would treat it any different. I probably would care less because I wouldn't be like, if this was some like new IP that wasn't Sonic, I would probably, so far it doesn't really hold my interest or give me a lot of hope. But I'm because it's like Sonic and the people involved, you know, Ian Flynn writing the script, Sega of America leading the charge, the usual idiots at Sega of Japan letting SOA run things rather than SOJ fuck things up. You know, at least it'll be different. If it's still bad, it'll be a different fuck up that at least tried. Whereas like Forces just seemed like an under budgeted thing that was kind of shit out the door, and with the usual tolerated quality of Sonic titles. And then when Mania was an exceptional Sonic game because it wasn't done by the usual idiots at SOJ, it was done by literally fans that were hired. Not to insult Christian Whitefield and whatnot. They're phenomenal, obviously here. But because Mania was the accident of being so exceptional that it made Forces' reception seem all the more like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Right? I would think anyway. Okay, so going further down here. All right. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is where I'm torn, Dan says. Either they whiffed hard with this trailer because they think Breath of the Wild style gameplay trailer would hype people up, or the game actually has no substance and they've shown all they have in the trailer. Oh yeah, dude. Whoa, yeah, that's scary. I am hoping that it's not the second part of your statement there. That would be bad. That'd be really really bad. Oh, that'd be so bad. Oh my god. Okay, almost caught up here. Uh, in in my opinion, this trailer is pretentious by not explaining anything and just assuming people would get hype. You can't do that unless you're Nintendo. See, now the thing there though is like this is also where I have to pause here and say because I have the context of IGN's first look that they did with like the Steam Deck, they could have done like a reveal all hour long info packed everything, complemented by a Gabe Newell interview. But they padded this whole like Steam Deck reveal so much. It took a whole month for them to get through it. It was like ridiculous. That I feel like here it's like Sega gave them a playable build. They did like whatever like 3 to 5 interviews in one day, and then IGN has like final cut on everything else, and they're going with whatever makes the most money, which is padding it up and having you check IGN daily to get that daily ad revenue, and that's why we have this here. Like they don't really care about the impressions it's gonna do on the game because we have nothing to work with information wise. IGN's goal here is to keep you visiting IGN daily for more, even if it is like rage clicks or whatever. Here, I don't think Sega foresaw this being a situation, because I haven't seen. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. I haven't seen this whole IGN first look month-long reveal shenanigans for a game yet. I've only seen it for the Steam Deck so far. Maybe they've done it for other things, but I can't imagine like any game really benefiting from like being this like enduring, exhausting with like revealing basic information, But it's got me here. I'm checking IGN daily. They're getting their ad revenue, whatever, right? So IGN's winning. I mean, the game's taking a pretty huge L here because like this is like not the best impression to give because I just don't know this information right now. So yeah, I worry that like I don't think Sega thought that far through with it being pretentious, but rather just like IGN has final cut and they're gonna do whatever they want to do so that they win. And that could be me overthinking it, over speculating. Maybe Sega is more involved with the editorial process here. I don't fucking know. Who knows, right? I mean, these kind of things here, you can have like a PR manager at Sega of America get like what's the word here? What's the word, chat? Honeydicked? Honeywelled? Whatever. Like there's a thing whenever like they play you up and they're manipulating you. Like anyone at IGN would want this. They want every game they want the infinite hype marketing machine because it gets people to come to their shit every fucking day for hours on end, right? Like look at me now. Like I'm padding up their dumb video for like a whole almost hour here now talking about it. So I don't know. It's so hard to say here. But yeah, it could be them being pretentious, but I think it's also just IGN like just doing their getting final edit on everything and just fuck it. They don't care at all what happens here with that kind of thing. Okay, going further down here. This footage reads like we're supposed to be impressed that it's open world, yet it's totally not impressive that it's open world at all. Oh no. Oh no. So okay, scrolling further down here. I'm guessing this was Sega's decision and not IGN's decision. Sega probably didn't allow them to go into any spoken detail if IGN's the one playing the game at all here. Yeah, this is new today. Honey dick, honey pot, honey trapped, honey dick, honey potting, sugar coating. Okay, whatever it's called here. All right. All right. Well, honey dick. I'm gonna go to work here. Okay. Well, that's what I got for you today, man. Do we know what's happening tomorrow?
Hi, Trihex. Welcome back, Tri-Hypers.
Hey, thank you, Spicy Guy TV. Do we know yet what is like, do they reveal each video and some kind of like premiere countdown on YouTube or whatever, or do we not know yet? Another video is coming out Tuesday. Okay. All right. Well, we'll be here. We'll see what's good. what are my thoughts on FF16? 16 looks great. It looks like I talked about it briefly there. It looks like the most actiony FF to me yet. Which I feel like some people may be concerned about, how, between FF7 remake and 15 and now 16, just how further and further things are venturing into an action direction with some RPG elements. That is something that people may feel is what's the word? Retreating from Final Fantasy roots further and further. It doesn't concern me as much. The combat looks actually really intriguing. I actually would argue here, if we go back to the 16 trailer, I was really happy they showed the in-game HUD because it contextualized what the fuck was happening. I kind of like, I'm hyped there because I got to see like some idea of like combat and resource management to give me stakes and context on what's happening in the battle. So I'm like, yeah, that looks interesting. It looks fun. It looks cool. 16 looks very, very awesome. I'm excited to learn more. The things I actually would say here, the trailer was really well cut. And I'm excited to see and learn more about perhaps the not so actiony things about it here. Like like when things are down tempo, like if you're traveling between locations, how smaller battles are handled. Cause there was a lot of emphasis on like some pretty, like, some pretty big cinematic inducing boss battles. But I didn't really get to see like, what was like on a smaller scale, all these like, gameplay changes that were coming from like 15 or even like 12 into, or 12, 13 and 15 into now 16. That'd be really, really, I'm wondering, how much of things are being borrowed from like, Type 0 into 15 or from Type 0 into 16 or 15 into 16, or even like what worked well with 12, or like, what things they've learned possibly from the success of 14 going into modernizing a one-player experience for 16. All of this is really, really exciting. It left me intrigued and hungry for more. So I'm excited. I think 16 looks really, really hype. The only thing that left me a little bit like sad, not in a bad way here, but sad, was that, for some reason I thought 16 was coming out this year, but plot twist, is coming out summer 2023, which, let's be real here, does anything ever come out in summer 2023 or summer ever? It's probably gonna get pushed to a holiday release anyway. So, we're still probably a year minimum, if not a year and a half away from 16 coming out. So it looks good. I'm excited for it. All right. Oh man, what are my thoughts on Street Fighter 6? So I'm not savvy in Street Fighter. I have not played, I don't play 5, so I can't comment on a gameplay substance. What I can say is that I like the art direction. The new logo was less shit. And I think it's really cool to see, something different being done for the, I guess we'll call it the campaign mode. The whole like, you walk around and you do shit. I'm like, hey, okay, cool. I'm always down. I think there's not really like a better option when it comes to like, like when all of your gameplay is like, I guess like quote unquote paywalled behind traversing a menu, right? You're in the menu and you go to arcade mode and then you're doing the fights, or then you go to online mode and then you go into the fights, right? It's like, it's like static menu into gameplay. I'm not saying it's better, but it is refreshing to see, different approaches being done here. And I think it's kind of like not the most conventional to see in a fighting game. There would be like a actual, like, an attempt to like really give gravity to the locations you're traversing to. Now, it can be seen as something more than like a bloated walking simulator if there's nothing like interesting being done with the necessity of walking around and traversing physical locations in a campaign mode rather than going from fight to fight to fight and nothing else. So it comes down to the execution there. But the concept excites me. Though, again, I don't really play Street Fighter, so I'm not going to be like the one to really ask about this kind of thing. You want to look at more like Maximilian to kind of get a bigger like thing on it. But I see the ambition. I respect ambition at this stage when I'm seeing gameplay reveals. So seeing things like a new way to tackle the campaign mode, seeing the community commentary thing, which actually I want to show that actually here. There's going to be this thing where like known prolific Street Fighter IRL commentators are gonna be like integrated into the game somehow, right? I saw this and I was like, oh, I want to learn more. It sounds actually really fucking cool. I don't think I've ever heard of a game actually really going all in on or going further into the community to make it more of like a cohesive experience of what spectating the game is like versus actually playing it. I think it's actually really, really cool. So if you give me a second here, I will pull up because I have the tweet here somewhere if I can grab it real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, so we have the tweet right here. I'll go ahead and pop it on the screen. Okay, so introducing. Go ahead and put it in chat real quick here. Introducing the real-time commentary feature in Street Fighter 6. We teamed up with FGC commentators and other well-known personalities to incorporate their voices to commentate your matches. Ooh, do tell more.
Hit them with a stop.
Oh yeah, you know I'm ready. Trying to read each other here? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important.
Hit them with a stopping block. More fuel for the fire. Cook them up. Breaking on them to lay down some damage without giving up ground.
Drops them.
Perfect parries. They got a feast on this chance.
What now?
They think this time to block this out? Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done.
いってみましょう。地上技で差し合う距離、リーチの差を生かすか、それを手玉に取るか。よく見ていた。さあ飛びはしっかりジャストで受け止めていく。体力はわずか、ゲージ差はある。ここはどう出る。インパクトは受け止めた。主導権の奪い合い、どちらが仕掛けるか。受け止めている。
Nothing stops this train. Ooh, the ground impact hits for a punish. Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger.
Noticeable life lead.
受け止めながらここは出し惜しみはなし。出血大サービスだ。ダメージ計算、ゲージ管理バッチリ。
Again, I want to use this again here. Compare the cut of this trailer to, like, think about what this does to your brain compared to when you're looking at, you know, a Sonic Frontiers, whatever thing, right? You have the same expectations where you want new information, you want to be able to make a level assessment, but the Frontier stuff is like, you know, double the length with like, I don't know, fucking like 5% of the information to like make any conclusions from. So, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I think it's actually really, really awesome. Trying again at this stage here when we're getting gameplay reveals. For me as a gamer, I'm always like I will always respect ambition, even if it's like you know if it's misdirection. That's like you know that's the beauty of like creativity, and that you know you got to get a little chaotic and like shake things up and you know debatably deconstruct them to figure out you know what it is to then try to elevate it further when you're doing a sequel and whatnot, you know, shit like that, right? Again, you know, this is all like boring stuff that you all understand like on a basic level when we're talking about expectations, marketing, games, sequels versus new entries and shit like that. So. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I like what I'm seeing here. I would be like if this was like you know again, when you ask this question, okay, so like let's break it down here. Like, best case versus worst case scenario. Best case scenario is that Street Fighter 6 has ambition that is trying to differentiate itself from the previous entry of Street Fighter 5 and elevate the formula further to both excite veteran fans with the evolution, but also bring in new fans with like what's like, again, being elevated here with the new entry. Worst case scenario is you do Overwatch 2, which is like everyone's questioning what is the $60 patch update, right? That's the universal worst case scenario to me of a sequel, is that like there was absolutely no ambition. Like so that's what I would look at there. There's like there's other ways to fail. I mean, Overwatch 2 is just an example of where things can go bad on a sequel for as far as like, gameplay reveal, trailer, and expectations. You can also have the situation where just like, things are just like going in such a radical, polarizing direction that it's alienating everyone involved and no one's really excited for where it's going. And in this case, you can look at I guess a game like that would be like, I want to say 2012 DMC, the Don't May Cry, whatever reboot, I guess. But that is a reboot technically in branding, so it's not really the same thing as like a sequel in this case here. But I don't know. There's plenty of like sequel game entries that have like massive missteps. We can probably figure out one of or whatever. But you get the idea though, right? So yeah. But yeah, 6 looks cool. Though again, I'm not the one to ask about it though. But thanks for asking regardless. So hopefully my opinion was a fun one to listen to regardless. Okay. I'm gonna go grab my next meal. We have DDR in like 2 hours, so I'm sitting here yapping away, y'all. We've barely done anything here. So I guess when I come back, we probably gotta pick one or the other here. I don't know, like either we watch world record of Mario Odyssey to, because I think it'd be pretty fun to react to, or I like do a second 80% right now and just get a better time. I lean towards let's watch the world record. It'd be more fun. It would be like a better use of our time right now. And we can kind of go from there and see what happens. But I'll